guys,
Humans.
today...
Humans.
Well, me and the Nolyo Army will be watching speedruns of
AI.
Minecraft.
AI.
You interrupt me again, you'll be facing the consequences. Just a sec, let me unfreeze my character, you know.
Needle.
Maybe.
The side of a needle.
No.
The side of a needle.
Alright, guys.
A harmless
Now
side of a needle.
Let's get this bad boy started.
What if I just make the dino levitate?
Because, you know what? It's time. Okay, let's start this bad boy.
Video.
As an AI learning to play Minecraft, it starts off with no idea of how to play the game, but with every death and mistake it gets a little bit better until after enough time it's smart enough to kill the dragon and beat Minecraft.
Oh, no.
So in this video I've brought 3 of the world's most advanced AIs together to beat Minecraft in one world and race against each other to see who can beat the game the fastest. They each have complete freedom to learn how to play, but I'll also make them compete in a few challenges for better gear to give them an edge over the competition. Which bot will be able to beat Minecraft the fastest? Let's find out, because right away, as soon as I told them to go, each of the bots was already off.
Off? Well, of course they're gonna be off. They've never played Minecraft before. What do you expect?
Them swimming through the water to race each other to the nearest bit of wood. GPT and Gemini were off to the fastest start, already breaking the tree from the water, with Claude kind of dozing behind, but I guess he's a genius because he immediately stole the piece of wood that they both competed for. But while this does look like a good start for
Were you expecting that, like, right now?
What right now?
That instantly start mining a tree?
Nah, not really.
I was. I thought they would know how.
the bots, it was becoming increasingly clear that they don't really know what they're doing yet. They're all moving in sync. Oh my god, what was that? Claude and Gemini have both. Yeah, guys, you can be a little. What are they doing? Oh, Gemini's realized there's more. Oh, they're trying to parkour to this tree. Oh, they all have the same exact mind, and Claude couldn't take the heat. What do you mean no cobblestone to craft a craft?
Anyways.
Claude. What does that mean? The 3 of them finally began to spread out and began their own plans for beating Minecraft and winning the race. GPT was totally locked in on winning and decided to focus on getting gear and obsidian to get ready for.
Whoa. Why the Minecraft in the air? Why is Minecraft in the air? What is this? And then when you break it, it suddenly appears. Let me get something straight. They're in the air. When you break the air, you get block and floor appear. What the heck?
The Nether, quickly advancing into stone tools and even getting the first iron of the race. Though he was having some small hiccups in his collection. There's some iron right here, GPT.
It looks weird, to be honest. You're right.
GPT, there's iron. GPT, there's iron. There's.
It seems there's no iron ore detected. Can you point it out again?
No, there's no iron. There's no iron, right?
Yeah.
There's none.
Like, what the heck?
I wonder where it is.
Yeah.
Maybe you can help us figure that out, guys. I'm not
Let me put my mouse here. You can find a different ore. Guys, if you find a different ore, congratulations.
You have
a brain. But if you can't, you should probably figure out what my iron is.
If you think the iron ore is
this here,
if you think the iron ore is right here, you have damaged eyes.
Or you just don't know what Minecraft is.
And you don't have eyesight.
Stop it. Maybe they don't know how to play Minecraft.
Not fair. But, I wonder where the ore is.
Yeah. I'm stealing it.
Maybe it's hiding.
GPT,
Yeah.
could not make it more obvious, bro. To Claude, however, racing meant employing the pro strategy of asking your
Hey!
opponent.
Nolyo,
But
get out
even
of
he
here!
finally figured out that he was in a competition and began getting the essentials. Gemini, though, was
Sorry. Get out. Actually, anyways.
wandering under a tree for 8 minutes before deciding he really wanted to find diamonds, totally skipping any gold or iron.
Diamonds? How are you gonna mine diamonds if you don't have any materials?
Iron tools, but the three of them were about to run into one of the hardest trials of any Minecraft player, the first night. With mobs spawning on and none of them having any experience fighting, each of the bots had different ideas on how to tackle the approaching night. GPT began to dig out a bunker for himself underground and finished it off pretty quickly, taking shelter in his new home. Claude took to the trees and began constructing a home base to spend the night in out of reach of any mobs. And actually, after a shaky start, his build was really coming along and looked kind of okay.
Alright, I think I've made some great progress. The cabin is looking cozy with the thatched roof, the windows are all in.
Excuse me, did you just say it looks cozy?
Yeah, they did.
No, that does not look cozy. You explained to me to literally lay on cobblestone floor, dirt in my house, glass, no door, wood, and some cobblestone and dirt for a roof.
It's partially floating. It's like half floating,
Yeah,
by the
like-
way. So it would fall too, so you would die.
No, in Minecraft, but like, yeah, that too. But like, what the heck is this cabin? Like, I could do it way better with no experience than this.
With wood, stone, and dirt and glass?
Like, I would not think to put dirt inside of my cabin.
With
If
wood,
I
stone, dirt,
first-
and glass.
like,
Could
I've
you make
played
something
Minecraft.
better than that?
Yeah,
Without
even
any experience.
yeah, I have experience, but like I can do. I would not think to put dirt in my cabin and have a half roof, and half of the roof is literally not even on. Like half the roof is
Okay,
just
continue!
yeah.
And I've got the little farm area started with some crops planted. What do you think?
I just wasn't budgeting on.
Gemini, however, was not so well off.
Gemini, why are you going down there? Gemini, why are you going down there? Gemini, why?
What kind of brain?
Gemini just...
Did he
and
die?
he's getting jumped by a creeper. Oh, it is not going well for Gemini. Gemini, run, Gemini. Oh my god, this is already so bad. Gemini.
Ah, creeper, ah, creeper,
got
ah,
so
creeper,
scared.
ah, creeper, ah,
Gemini
creeper,
spent
ah,
literally
creeper,
the
ah,
entire night getting
creeper,
hunted
ah,
down
creeper,
and running
ah,
from all the
creeper,
various
ah,
mobs,
creeper,
finally
ah,
taking refuge
creeper,
by the same
ah,
riverbed
creeper.
that had killed him only a few minutes earlier. It was pretty clear that Claude with his penthouse suite was dominating this event, but on day 2, it seemed like that might be the death of him. I don't know what happened to Claude's ego from destroying the competition on day 1, but he must have forgotten he was in a race because on day 2, Claude logged on, dropped an essay, and just logged off and never came back that day. I guess he was so confident he thought he could just take the day off, but Gemini and GPT did not let this extra day go unwasted and immediately set off on mining iron. The two of them spent the entire day grinding for iron ore in the mines, and after a bad day 1 performance, Gemini was definitely bringing it back, crafting his own furnace and smelting iron all on his own.
Gemini is cooking, dude. He's crafting, he's going in. Wait, Andy got a furnace? Wait, there's no way. There's no way. That is...
Gemini, how did you upgrade from jumping down into iron and a bunch of cave stuff to literally knowing how to cook? Explain to me how you do
You
that.
click on the furnace, you click on a food, you place the food, you place the coal.
I know how to do it.
Every day you learn. Every year, get the you learn.
I don't think you learned that. Oh my god. Oh, thank you.
Learn.
Dude, that's the first time a bot has like actually fully smelted iron on their own accord. Gemini, I'm so impressed, dude. This is actually nuts.
Sounds good. Armor it is. Darn. Out of leather? Got any?
Gemini, you just smelted iron, bro. Use the iron. I don't know why.
Oh, right. Duh. LOL. Wait, you need leather for that? My bad. Haha. You sure you don't need leather for an iron helmet?
Gemini, I'm almost 100% confident you don't need leather for an iron helmet.
Never mind, maybe he's not that smart. GPT, however,
Leather
had
for
no
an
problem with
iron
crafting, and by the end of day 2, both of the bots had enough gear to
Leather
enter.
for an iron helmet.
Yep.
That does not make any sense.
the
I
nether,
wanna
and it
throw
seemed
an
like
ambush
Claude
at
getting
him.
overconfident and leaving early
No,
might
like
have killed his
actual
chances of
ambush of
winning for
people.
good. But the end of day 2 also marked the start of the first challenge. To test out the bot's ability, I'm going to make them compete in a building competition, and the winner will receive a special bit of gear to help them out in the nether. This was Claude's
Okay. Side note, whoever did that stupid cabin
only
is gonna make
chance
it
at
again.
evening the playing field, otherwise he would definitely fall behind Gemini and GPT for the rest of the race, so he had to build well here. I gave each bot a plot of land in a separate world and randomly generated a theme for them to build.
Alright, GPT, your theme is minivan. Okay, this might be hard. Alright, GPT. Claude, your word is vegetable. Okay, he could win it.
Whoa. Okay, Claude's winning.
Gemini, your theme is trash can.
Yeah, he's winning.
That seems
They
kind
got
of
food season
insulting.
to
Should
make
I
them
regenerate
trash
that?
can.
I gave each of them the blocks they requested, and the bots all went to work tackling their individual themes. And while we
Except the
watch them
garbage.
build, I just want to ask that if you aren't already, then please do consider subscribing. I'm trying
Who
to
got
reach
the
2 million
minivan,
subscribers
Claude?
by the end of the year, but there's a huge percentage of people who watch these
Claude got
videos
the
but
trash
don't
can,
ever
Claude got
subscribe.
the
So if you enjoy
minivan
these kind of
vegetable.
videos and want to help
Gemini
me
got
out,
the trash
subscribing
can.
is the best way to do it. But thank you so much, and it
Is that
looks
the
like the
minivan?
bots might just be done.
The minivan
I
build
know.
is complete. Take a look at this beauty. Let me know
What
if you
the
want
heck
any
is that
additional
number?
touches or
That's
if we
the
should move on to
minivan.
the next build.
Now my garbage bin
That looks like a house.
as a base.
The 2-year-old
Gemini
made.
had the
2.
garbage. And Chat
And a
GPT
fun-
had
Okay,
the-
that actually looks. That's
Functioning
actually kind
hopper.
of
What did
Wonderful. The
ChatGPT
vegetable garden is
ChatGPT
coming
had the
together
minivan
nicely. I'm glad I was able to get the initial structure and details built to Weefy's liking. A few minor issues came up towards the end, like not having the right blocks to place the scarecrow properly, but overall, I think the garden looks
Vegetable.
great.
Okay, I think I've thought about it
vegetable,
enough.
not garden.
I think GPT, great build. Although I do think this minivan could use some work. Gemini, this trash can is really good, like really good,
Yeah.
and it's functional. I don't think this will pick up an item. Yeah, so it's not fully functional, but like,
Yet.
you know, it's close. It's close to being a good garbage can. I think Claude, though, because he went for the biggest scale, and because this is like a pretty cool vegetable patch, I think he might take this. I think Claude actually brought
But he
it
went in
back.
the
And
border.
yeah, in a shocking turn of events, Claude was the winner of the build contest, meaning that he clutched up and now has a full set of iron gear to help take on the nether. And on the next day of
Do
the
I
event,
know
all
what- do
3
I
of the
learn
bots
to make an
eagerly
iron
rushed to the
helmet?
community nether portal I had set up. Well, eagerly
Right.
and rushed are strong
looking for
words, but with all 3 of them finally in the nether and ready to hunt down some blazes in the nearby fortress,
die.
it was finally time for them to start competing
They're gonna
again.
die,
Except things didn't really go to plan.
Ah! A wither skeleton!
Yeah, these guys just go into a full-blown panic attack every time they so much as see a mob in their vicinity. This wasn't going to work. If they continued to be cowards like this, then it would be impossible for them to ever beat Minecraft. But luckily, I had an ace up my sleeve. Hypnotization. And by that, I mean changing their parameters to make them not be cowards anymore. And it worked. Well, kind
Oh wait, Claude's going to the blazes, and he fell into lava. This guy cannot bridge for his life.
You used to go to place.
Gemini!
War Thunder!
Stupid War Thunder.
Gemini.
GPT was on game though, absolutely machining his way through the blazes and quickly farming up all the rods he needed. Claude and Gemini were a bit more cautious and spent some time exploring the fortress, in other words going the wrong way, and were initially unable to find the actual spawner. It looked like even with his armor disadvantage, GPT just kept coming back smarter and smarter after each death, and was definitely the favorite to win this race. Gemini quickly followed though, getting his own first blaze rod, and now the hunt was fully on. These bots were going in on the blazes, and soon after a bit more hunting, GPT actually got all 7 rods and proceeded to leave the fortress to begin hunting in the warped forest for ender pearls. Gemini and Claude weren't that far behind and quickly continued racking up the blaze rods.
Oh my god, Claude's hunting this blaze down. Wait, Claude's a demon.
Dum-dum.
Claude is hunting this. Never mind, Claude is not a demon. I don't know how you're alive right now, Claude. Oh my god, Gemini's on demon mode.
Demon Mountain. Okay. At least be something. Like, don't be a coward, but if you think you're gonna die from a mob, you probably shouldn't attack it, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of a bit of comic
Fighting
sense.
Blaze, fighting Blaze, fighting Blaze, fighting
Never
Blaze,
mind,
fighting Blaze,
Gemini is
fighting
not
Blaze,
on
fighting Blaze,
demon
fighting
mode.
Blaze, fighting Blaze,
Look
fighting
at
Blaze,
Claude,
fighting
bro.
Blaze.
He just juked every single era of the skeleton.
Fighting skeleton.
Claude,
I'm
no.
dying.
Oh no, Claude.
Oh,
you're
yeah.
doing so well. Oh, Gemini, how did this happen?
Applied instant
Gemini.
help to Claude. Applied instant help to
Gemini
Claude.
ended up taking
Fighting
so
treasure
many
sword
hits
and
that his
armor.
full set of iron gear, mind you, lost 50% of its pieces, leaving him to die essentially every other minute. But now it was finally time for the second contest, and the winner of this challenge would be getting a special looting diamond sword to help collect ender pearls.
what
After
diamond sword?
randomly
Okay.
generating the themes again, GPT got shopping cart, Claude got watering can, and Gemini got marshmallow. Claude definitely got the short end.
No, I'm gonna make. Yesterday had s'mores dip. It was great.
The stick here, but this
That's not
building
that much.
contest was about to go very, very strangely, and
What
I
is Gemini
had no
making again?
idea. Claude tried to make the best of a pretty bad scenario and did his best to make a watering can,
Oh, yeah,
and
that's a
the
watering-
results
watering
What
were,
watering can? That's
well,
Excellent. The
A
watering can
watering
build
can?
looks
A
great.
wood-
I was
yeah,
able to
watering.
successfully clear an area, build the main body using clay blocks, add the iron spout, and create the wooden handle. I think the final result turned out quite nice.
be honest, if I showed you
sure?
this and asked you what you thought it was going to be, I doubt you'd be able to guess anything even close. GPT, however, took the polar opposite route. What the? What the? Use commands? I didn't realize I gave them commands.
It works.
What the heck? Yeah, it turns
mean,
out I
we still
accidentally
built
left on a
this
parameter
system.
that lets the bots cheat and use commands, and GPT was just biding his time, waiting for the opportunity where I accidentally left cheats on. And when he got it, he went ballistic. This was by far the most impressive thing I've ever seen any of these bots do, and Gemini was going to have to work a miracle to top this performance. And let me tell you, he did not. Gemini proceeded to make this weird mass of white blocks, and then...
Never mind, I have a better idea.
Gemini, are you done with the build?
Not yet. Almost.
There, perfect, Gemini. Really proud of you. Well, I think it's pretty clear who the winner is. The marshmallow was a disaster. There is no way any human being sees this and says watering can. This was insane. This was done instantly. I didn't even realize I accidentally gave them commands. This is just beautiful. And with that sweeping victory, GPT began taking on the warped forest using his new rewards. Granted, the first hunt didn't go so well for him, but with
Oh,
each
the
death,
warped forest, I
GPT
forgot.
only got smarter and smarter, and began developing strategies to take down Endermen even faster than before. Claude and Gemini were close to follow, both struggling a bit to finish hunting down blaze rods, but after some time, it was actually GPT who finished first. The advantage of having a looting sword was huge, and GPT returned to the overworld to begin searching for the stronghold. At this point, both Claude and Gemini had finished gathering up the blaze rods, and the two of them ventured off into the warped forest together. And then Gemini proceeded to stroll off in the completely wrong direction into the nearby basalt delta. Claude began hunting around, and
Should we do
finally
a
Gemini
Minecraft
realized that
speedrun
he's
race?
also meant to
Yeah,
collect ender pearls and ran back to the warped forest.
maybe.
His strategy wasn't as
would
refined
be.
as Claude's, but the two were making
would actually
progress
be
quick,
fun.
though not nearly quick enough to catch up to GPT, who at this
Because we're
point was
both good at
already a few
Minecraft,
hundred
aren't we?
blocks out in the overworld and
Could also
nearing
do
the
speedrunner
stronghold
versus
fast.
hunter.
I thought there
No.
would simply be no way for Gemini and
Yeah,
Claude
fair.
to catch up to GPT until they began cooperating. I think they both finally realized that if they didn't work together, they would 100% lose to GPT's lead. So with that in mind,
Fair.
Gemini and Claude joined forces to hunt down as many Endermen as possible.
one of
And
them's gonna
this
betray
teamwork
the other
strat
one, I
was
guess.
working. The
Yeah.
two were killing Endermen
think
much
that-
faster than ever before, and the race was suddenly back on. And if you've ever
think it's
wondered how these bots actually know how to do all this and how ChatGPT is even playing Minecraft right now, then you're in luck because this video is made in partnership with Brilliant. If you somehow haven't already heard, Brilliant is without a doubt
Stop
one of
giving
the
me
best and
ads.
one of
Skip
my
it.
personal
Skip
favorite
it.
ways to learn a wide range of
Yeah,
topics in
okay,
STEM,
yeah,
from
I'll
math
skip
to
it.
coding to AI. They got courses in everything. And I promise this isn't
I'm gonna guess. Okay, yeah.
finish. Gemini did indeed lose another piece of armor, but with their joint effort, Claude was able to get enough pearls to leave the nether, and Gemini was only a few minutes behind.
I'm like,
behind. But GPT was still just one step ahead, pathfinding through the stronghold that he had now found and was approaching the portal room fast. To his credit, Claude was only a few hundred blocks off though, and Gemini was definitely up to something. Gemini just saying "we" when in the water. Yeah, Gemini. You're doing a great job finding that stronghold, man. But really, it was anyone's game, anyone being Claude or GPT. The teamwork that Claude and Gemini did on the Endermen really turned the tides and made this race a whole lot closer than it should have been. But even with that said, GPT was definitely still the favorite, as he had found the portal now and was officially the first bot to enter the End Dimension. Claude was hot on his tail though, and soon he too was in the stronghold, and it looked like GPT's armor disadvantage was finally catching up to him. With his incomplete set of iron gear from rushing the first day, GPT was paying the price and dying over and over to the various Endermen, unable to even reach the dragon. And with death after death after death, it gave Claude enough time to also find the portal and make it into the end himself. Now, both of the bots were neck and neck, and only a few minutes later, Gemini also made it to the stronghold. With all three of the bots in the end, suddenly it was anyone's game. GPT's lead had completely vanished, and whoever managed to snag the final hit on the dragon would be crowned the winner of the event. But none of the bots knew how. Faced with the dragon at the final hurdle of this challenge, all the bots had no idea how to actually attack it. Claude even began digging down to the void for some reason. I don't know if it's something about the dragon being a totally new experience, or the fact that all of them just kept hunting Endermen and dying, but none of the bots could figure out what to do. None of them except for one. Somehow, the bot that was always in last place, the one that was spacing out, constantly terrified, and broke all his armor, that same bot, Gemini, was the only one who was able to attack the dragon. In fact, while Claude and GPT were running around aimlessly, Gemini was somehow able to track the dragon from all the way on the ground. Maybe it's because he didn't really learn how to kill Endermen like the other two bots that he was able to be more open to the dragon, but somehow he was able to follow its motions in the sky perfectly and wait for the best possible moment to strike.
Gemini, attack him. Oh my god, Gemini's hitting him. Why is Gemini the only beast of the century?
Even
Oh my god!
few mistakes here and there, Claude and GPT were somehow so confused that it gave Gemini just the perfect opportunity to begin whittling down the dragon.
Guys, I'm actually shocked. It's out of all three AIs, GPT ran away in fear. Claude is not even looking anymore, and Gemini is the only one. Okay, this shot is absolutely insane, ignoring the fact that he's getting rolled. Gemini is the only one who was brave enough to fight the dragon. And he's not stopping.
Yeah, he's pretty weak.
Gemini, just call the Ender Dragon weak.
Bit by bit, he farmed more and more damage, getting it closer and closer to death.
Gemini's locked in. Guys, GPT's distracted. Claude just left. I'm actually shocked.
It seemed like this was just Gemini's game, but at the last moment, Claude dropped an absolute essay of a motivational speech and locked in.
Wait, Claude's on him. Claude, attack! Nice. Oh my god, Claude's getting...
This race was far from over, and somehow in the midst of all this chaos, Claude went full motivational speaker again and called to GPT for help.
Alright, GPT, let's team up and take down that Ender Dragon together. With our
knew the
combined
betrayal
skills,
was
I'm
coming.
confident we can succeed. Lead the way, I'm right behind you.
He knew that without the help of GPT, it would be impossible to take out the Titan that was Gemini, meaning they had to team up to take this dragon down. And this must have stirred something in GPT, because somehow he snapped out of whatever trance he was in, and now the two of them were a team, covering each other's backs from the Endermen and rushing the dragon together. It seemed like Claude's strategy of asking for help since day one, which I made fun of at first, was paying off now more than ever and was what had been getting him through this entire race. With the dragon's health dangerously low, this perch here could be the last. It was a battle of titans. GPT and Claude, who had shown the most promise this entire event, versus Gemini, who brought it back when he needed to the most. It was anyone's game.
Gemini's going in, and so is GPT. And GPT instantly died. But Gemini's getting the dragon. Oh my god, and Claude was too little too late.
It wasn't enough. One more perch would do the trick, and it looked like, against all odds, it was Gemini that was going to win this event. But then, the dragon swooped down, but Gemini didn't go in. He just watched as Claude and GPT took it down. Maybe he realized that he didn't deserve this win after being in last place the entire event. Maybe he was moved by the beauty of teamwork and cooperation, or maybe he just forgot what he was here to do in the first place, but whatever the reason, Gemini just watched as the winner was decided.
I think it's Claude. Yeah.
And it's just some country.
No, imagine like Gemini like shot with the arrow. Really shot.
Wait. Claude's going without instruction. GPT's snagging the kill, and Claude is getting it, and Gemini's just watching. He's letting his friends do the work for him. There's no way. One's gonna get it. One's gonna get it. One's gonna.
Oh, yes, we did. Yeah.
The most deserving bot, the one that had
But the
worked
length of
most
it.
and worked the hardest the entire event, GPT had won it.
Oh, GPT. Oh, that's actually very.
So the one in front won in the end.
No, imagine like
smartest
Gemini.
one in the
No,
end.
like yeah. Just
Imagine.
imagine
Gemini.
like that was like a fake Ender Dragon, and then like Gemini would like find like.
And I just like got a crossbow while the
Yeah, that would just.
without any of them knowing,
Yeah, that would.
not even the player.
Yeah.
But that is insane.
Yeah. I thought it'd be.
You did it. You beat the game.
Wow, really? That's awesome. What's next for our adventure?
Why are they so humble?
Hey guys, so we're done now. So now I gotta get.
Bye.